Okay, so when we're talking about how to get teams more confident innovating, and really what we mean when we talk about innovation is problem solving, it might be that you've picked a methodology, perhaps it's TRIZ for the engineers, perhaps you've looked at design thinking if your problems are really focused around human issues or adoption of particular solutions or technologies or teams collaborating. The key thing is that once you've picked that methodology, you've got to give teams a chance to practice and get good at it. And so the simple way of doing this is once you've picked that process, set your team a challenge, give them a couple of weeks and invite them to take on a particular innovation challenge around improving collaboration within the team and really push them to use those new skills that you've been training them on to actually start applying them into their day-to-day life. And this does a couple of different things. First, it gives them a chance to start feeling more familiar with the tools. But secondly, it starts showing them some quick wins and outcomes they can create as a result of following that process. And that's where that reward loop, that reward mechanism really kicks in, and there's more motivation to continue using those skills on a range of different projects. And so when we were working with Nike, we worked with Nike EMEA a year or so ago, taking some of their rising star managers, teaching them how to use design thinking and behavioral science to really tackle meaningful organizational challenges, actually around how to get sport to become a daily habit globally. It doesn't really get much larger than that. What we did is rather than just train them on a process and let them at it, we set up a series of check-ins every week where they were set a challenge to go and use the skills that they've been trained on and implement them in their team that week. And then we set up coaching sessions each week where they had to come back and report on their experiences. And we really didn't care if they got it right or wrong. What was important is that the reflections and the questions that they have asked after trying to implement are so much more sophisticated and meaningful to them than at the beginning where we're just teaching them some kind of a broad methodology. And by taking that team through that process, we actually had 40% of those groups got their innovation projects supported by senior leadership at the end of a 6-week program. So this idea of give people the skills, but most importantly, create a platform, a pathway where they have to go and implement as quickly as possible. That practice is really the key in building motivation to take on board these behaviors and use them across a wide range of challenges.